that person shall be cut off from the midst of the assembly, because he has defiled the sanctuary of the Lord. The water for impurity has not been sprinkled on him. He is unclean. So it shall be a perpetual statute for them. And he who sprinkles the water for impurity shall wash his clothes. And he who touches the water for impurity shall be unclean until evening. Furthermore, anything that the unclean person touches shall be unclean, and the person who touches it shall be unclean until evening. And this is the word of the Lord. In the Sunday school, in this celebration of this particular season, there is a lot of law. There are too many laws in this one chapter, from the Lord to the people of Israel. And you remember that the word says that all the people of Israel and anybody who sojourns among them, in verse 10, all Israel and all the people that sojourns with them. So both the Jews and the Gentiles were given this law. He talks about the dead, and he gives them a lot of rules about cleanliness and uncleanness. We just called for confession before your God to receive a grace, that through the grace that you receive by faith, that you may be worthy and be justified to be in his presence. For the Lord is here. The Lord is with you in worship and in praise, wherever you may be and whenever you listen to this message, to this worship, because the Lord is everywhere. But who is unclean, and what is uncleanness? What was God talking to you about? The death of the skin, or the clothing that you wear, things that are physical. Is that what the Lord is referring to? For anybody who have touched the one that is sinful, or somebody who himself have been unclean. In the word, the Lord is talking about somebody who is a sinful person to you. Are you very sinful? Are you in cohabitation? Are you in association with people that are dead, people who are sinful, or people who are unclean? What is being unclean? The Lord ministers to you today to remind you of the things of the old in the present time. Somebody who is dead is somebody who is sinful. Somebody who is living an unrighteous life is the one that is dead. This statute will remain for you forever, for eternity. It will have no end. So there is an uncleanness that is in every man, in every woman, in every Jew, in every Gentile. Uncleanness that requires a sanctification, a purification, as he said. The word asks you listening to this message, are you clean or are you unclean? Have you purified yourself? And how do you purify yourself? He gave them a physical activities, a ritual that will be performed for the sanctification, for the purification that is required of them as a matter of law. because that doing otherwise without purifying yourself defies the tabernacle of the Lord, and that person shall be cut off from Israel. A banishment, an ostracization that is decreed by Lord to separate yourself, for a Beliar have nothing to do with a believer. What good and what has righteousness to do with unrighteousness? If you go to Paul's letter to the Corinthians, chapter 6, you will see the word of the Lord calling you out and telling you about a life that you live. And in this celebration, where did Christ come into it? Imagine that everybody will have to live up to all these rules and guidelines that they must follow in order to be clean, to be forgiven, to be righteous, to be able to be in the presence of the Almighty God, to be in the tent of meeting, to be near the tabernacle, in their worship and in your salvation as you are here today. To take your clothes off, to watch you are about to sprinkle the things on the body on the third day and on the seventh day, how long that it takes for you to be clean. If you are unclean, if you have committed a sin, what are the clothes? The clothes are the things that you do and things that are holding you down to be dead in sin. The things that makes you unclean are the things that you do that doesn't agree with the commandment God has given you. And he gives you ways that you can sanctify yourself, but even if you sprinkle yourself, and then you wash yourself on the third and on the seventh day, you purify the body. But what about your soul and your spirit? That is why the celebration of the resurrection of Christ gives you something that also cleanses and washes your soul. By touching things like this, by being defiled by sins and things that you do, by the clothes that you wear, the things that are physical in and around you, and the life that you live, by the associations that you have, by the company you keep. You entangle yourself and led into sinful nature, and then you are no longer righteous and you are no longer clean because you have become an accomplice.